Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I thought it would be fun to talk about the books that I read in the month of June. So, I believe I read 8 books. I think that's correct. And quite a few of them were in vlogs. Oh, you know what? Every single one of these was in vlogs, actually. That's okay. Let's just jump right in. The first book that I read this month was Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. This is the third book in the Emily Wilde series, and basically you follow a woman named Emily, and she is a professor of dryadology, which is fairies and stuff. And so in the first book you meet her and her academic rival, and she's learning all sorts of things about fairies, and she gets herself in all sorts of different hijinks, and I really enjoy Emily and Wendell's relationship, but, well, do I really enjoy it? I like Wendell. I don't like Emily very much, to be completely honest. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. If you've read these books, let me know. Do you also not like Emily? I feel like Emily is pretty rude. Wendell is a very nice person. So, I give that book 4 stars. 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. That was in a recent reading vlog. What reading vlog was that? Oh, that reading vlog was the amount of times I pick up my phone was the amount of pages I had to read. So, that was the first book I read for that reading vlog. If you want more in-depth reviews, go check out that reading vlog. The next one that I read, also in that video, was The Woman in the Library by Sulari Gentile. I really enjoyed this book. I thought that it was very fun, and I really liked the setup of it. It surprised me. It did. So this book, we are following a group of people who are in the Boston Public Library. They hear a scream, and they are all kind of like, oh, that's kind of weird, and then they kind of become friends just by sitting there talking to each other, and then later they find out that the scream was actually someone being murdered. And so they're like kind of trying to figure it out, but also they're like, we're not police officers, but it just kind of follows them, and how they all get tangled up in it. I thought that it was really fun, and I liked there was more mixed media aspect to it that I really enjoyed, and that made it pretty unsettling at times. So I gave that book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. The next book is a teeny little novella by Fonda Lee called Untethered Sky. Fonda Lee wrote the Jade City. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Jade City books. I haven't read any of those, but I know they're like classics to a lot of people. Like, a lot of people really love those books. So after reading this one, maybe I'll check it out because I really loved this little novella. It is very short. It's only 160 pages, and basically you are following this girl, and her job is to like train these giant hawks, and these hawks hunt manticores, and manticores eat people, and so, you know, they're trying to train these hawks to like protect their people. And I found it really interesting. I thought that the world building was really well done and really interesting, and I was amazed at how invested I was in such a short amount of time, and how I was able to grasp the world building and the political atmosphere and all of that in such a short amount of time. I think that if you can write a really good story in that short amount of time, I think that shows really your ability as an author, because I think it's also hard to write really, really long books, but to be able to have such a complete arc and complete world building in such a short amount of time, I think is extremely impressive. So I really, really enjoyed that one. I gave it 5 stars. The next one that I read was Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite. I gave this book 4 stars. This follows a detective on this intergalactic ship, and basically, like, everybody's memories are uploaded into these books, and she wakes up in somebody else's body, and she's like, hello, what's going on? And she has to figure it out. And I thought it was really fun. Again, I thought the world building was well done for how short it was, and it was just like a fun, short little mystery book. It reminded me of Star Trek Next Generation with the spaceship-ness of it, and also of Murder, She Wrote with the detectiveness of it, because it wasn't too serious. You know what I mean? It didn't take itself too seriously. So I really liked that one. The last book that I read for the Pages, Pick Up Pages vlog was Snow Globe by Jungmin Lee Comfort. Oh, Jungmin Lee Comfort is the translator. It's by So Young Park. I didn't really like this book very much, unfortunately. I gave it 3 stars, and this follows, like, the world has become frozen everywhere, except for in the snow globe. They have electricity and stuff to keep it whatever temperature they want, so it's always nice and warm, but the exchange for living in the snow globe is that your entire life has to be filmed. And it's kind of like reality TV, and there's these people who are directors, and it has a dark undertone, right? Unfortunately, I thought that the stakes didn't quite line up for me. Like, I was a little bit, it either needed to be higher stakes or lower stakes. I thought where the stakes were didn't quite make sense, but I mean, it could be a fun book. I could see how people like it. For me, it just didn't quite hit. The next 2 books I read for my What Color Reader Am I vlog. That vlog will be coming soon. So I don't want to spoil I'm not going to tell you what I rated them. How's that? I'm just going to tell you that I read Cloud Atlas and I read The Metamorphosis. And you'll have to stay tuned for that vlog to see how I feel about them, because I have some very strong opinions. So I'm not going to tell you the rating right now. The last book I'll read for that vlog will be The Road by Cormac McCarthy, but it still has like a 14-week wait on Libby, so I'm not sure exactly when that video will be coming out, but just know there are strong opinions coming your way. Okay, the last book that I read this month, which also will be in a reading vlog coming soon. I guess I'm just vlogging everything. Every book that I read lately has been vlogged, which I think is pretty fun. It was a reread of The Will of the Many by James Islington. I really love this book. I do. I gave it 5 stars. I gave it 5 stars the first time I read it. I reread it and I was like, yeah, that's worth 5 stars. I think this book is so fun. I think that the setup of this book is really interesting. I know people have said it's kind of basic. You could argue that. Let me tell you what it's about, just in case you don't know. If you haven't heard of this book, it's set in this like Roman Empire-esque world, and the magic system works by people giving up their will to the people above them. It's like a pyramid, right? Like the bottom people give up like half of their will to the next people, and then so on and so forth. So the people at the very top are extremely powerful. Like, it makes them physically more powerful, but then also mentally, and they are the leaders of the society. So that's kind of how the world works. And in it, you are following an orphan named Viz, who gets adopted by a military leader who wants him to go spy in the academy. And so most of the book is him being in the academy, and it gets really weird, and there's just weird, cool stuff that happens. It's very unsettling and gets kind of gross at times, but not in a way that I think it's too much, but just the right amount of to get the point across, you know? And I just think that it's a really good book. I do. I really enjoyed it. So, with that being said, I'm very excited to read the sequel, which is coming out this November, which is called The Strength of the Few. So, that is what I've read. There is a chance that I could finish one more book tonight. I don't know how tonight will go, so we'll see. But I am currently reading The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward. Again, this is for a vlog. I am vlogging these books right now. So by the time you're watching this, that vlog should be coming soon, like within a couple of days. So stay tuned for that, where you can see all of my reactions to things, and I'll let you know how everything is going. But yeah, that's what I read in June. Overall, I think it was a pretty good reading month. I read a lot, and I enjoyed a lot of what I read, and I didn't like a few things pretty strongly. So yeah, lots of variety is the spice of life, right? Let me know, what was your favorite book that you read in June, and what was your least favorite book that you read in June? Have you read any of the books that I mentioned? How did you feel about them? And I will see you in the next one. Bye!